mean, who the hell do you think you are? It's not on and somebody needs to talk about this. Hey everyone, welcome to Dubventures and welcome to another video. Today's video, it's a video that we need to talk about this because this is a serious problem that is affecting van life. Now, we did a video recently telling you guys about how during the night when we was well camping somewhere, that we was attacked during the night while we slept in our camper van. I'll put a link in the description to that video if you've not seen that so that you know what that's about. Now, from this video, we have had thousands and thousands of different comments, different messages about people reaching out to us and telling us like situations that they've been in before. And you know what? We need to talk about this. Now, it seems that from what we're being told from you guys, that there is a lot of people out there that are pushing a lot of hatred. And yes, I do use that word, hatred, onto people that are trying to enjoy van life. We do get into this video and have a serious chat with you guys. Listen, it doesn't matter what you do in life, you're always going to get haters, and no matter what hobby you've got, what you do, what you enjoy, you're going to get haters. So do not let anything in this video put you off if van life is something that you want to do and you want to enjoy. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people that enjoy van life and enjoy this type of lifestyle, even when they follow the rules of everything that you're supposed to do with van life, with everything, you do everything by the book, you still get some people that try and stick their nose in and try and ruin it for you. So, what is this problem? So according to a lot of people, there are reports that campervans, motorhomes, you know, people that go like camping, like in the tents and things like that, basically what they're doing is, they're going to different places all over the UK, and then what they're doing is, they're basically leaving all the human waste behind, all the rubbish behind, being disruptive, and just basically showing absolute disrespect to locals and to like places that are in public. I just want to point a few things out here. Number one, yes, there are going to be people that are like that. It's a fact of life, because it doesn't matter what you do in life, there's always going to be somebody that can potentially ruin it for others. Now let me just say, we have been enjoying the campervan lifestyle for almost 5 years now. And I just want to say that I personally have never seen this type of behaviour. We've never been like this ourselves. And I don't know anybody, and we know a lot of people because we have the YouTube channel that enjoy van life, and we don't know anybody that has actually witnessed this themselves either. On the whole, what I can tell you is, a lot of people that are into van life, they respect people, they respect nature, and they respect the van life lifestyle. Most people that enjoy van life, they're the type of people, they love being out and about in the country, you know, being at beaches, like mountains, forests and things like that. The last thing that are on these people's minds that are travelling and doing things like this is to go and be disruptive, leave rubbish everywhere and do things like that. Generally, this doesn't happen. They show respect, and like I said, they enjoy what they do, and they always clean up after themselves, and they don't cause any problems. And they are respectful and clean. We did this video to explain it to you guys, you know, like precautions that you can take and things, you know, like with the potential that you could be attacked in your camper van. We got told, like I said, we had thousands and thousands of messages, and we have been told some stories from you guys, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of them and tell you some things that like some people have had to go through. And guys, this is shocking. This is shocking. Right, let's just start this one story off, and I'll tell you this. This is one from one of our subscribers. After we did this video, they sent us a message and they said that they had an incident once where they were parked up in a quiet lay-by, and during the night some people turned up shouting and basically telling them they weren't welcome, go away, you're filthy, saying lots of like abusive things. And they basically were shouting at them to move on. Now, they were in a lay-by, not bothering anybody, not parked near any houses. There was actually bins provided in this lay-by as well. And what happened was, they basically, the people that were shouting, they got off and they were threatening that they were going to slash their tyres. And you know what, guys? The person that they sent us this message, after they left, they tried to drive off, and they said that, in their words, something didn't feel right with the camper van. So as they moved on, they realised that the people had left, and they had a look outside, and what had happened is these people had slashed both of their front tyres. So okay, so some people have turned up saying you're not welcome here, and then slashed the tyres. What, do you think by slashing their tyres that that's going to make them move on? No, that means that they're going to be stuck there for even longer. So whoever did this wasn't thinking that they want them to move on. There was just had some crazy mentality. Now they actually turned around and said it was counterproductive what they did for them if they did want them to move on, because they had to wait a couple of hours for the recovery people to come to get everything sorted and get towed away. That's just one story. Let's tell you another. So another one of our subscribers has told us a story where they went to Cornwall, and as they went to Cornwall there was a bridge, and as they was going under the bridge there was people shouting abuse at them, throwing eggs at them and shouting at them that campervans and motorhomes are not welcome, go home. Really? I mean, people are standing on bridges. Now I've looked at news articles and this does happen. Like, people are throwing things off bridges and telling people that they're not welcome. We'll go more into detail about this in a minute. So I was parking up in a well camping spot that wasn't near anybody, and some people turned up telling us they were locals and basically told us if we stay there they threatened to kill them. Disgusting. Now I've had a look at some news articles because I was looking into this, and you know, like about Vanlife and like in the UK about like the things that are going on. And I didn't know there are some hate groups, yes, hate groups that are set up on social media to try and force people with van life from travelling around the UK and staying in certain places. Hate groups? Like, what? Now I was looking at certain like news articles and I thought I just want to get like a bit of an idea of like what people are saying and like what's happened to them as well. And I looked at one news article, and this one news article, it was enough. It was enough for me to not look at any more. I'll put it on here. Now this article actually turned around and said that some people were threatened that if they parked up where they were, that, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. They got told, if you stay here, we will burn your camper van and burn you alive. And this is in a news article. Who the hell do these people think they are? Saying things like that, doing things like that, it's criminal behaviour what you're doing. I mean, who the hell do you think you are? Taking dangerous actions like throwing things off bridges. I mean, do these people know that that can potentially kill somebody? And they're saying because we don't want campervans welcome, because basically it turns out that like a lot of people seem to think that like campervans are like ruining areas by leaving loads of rubbish behind and things and being disrespectful. So let's just say for the minority that some people that might be doing that, you think it's okay to threaten somebody and tell them you're gonna burn them alive in their campervan if they stay overnight, and throwing things over bridges. Why are the police not doing something about this? This is mental. To these people that are putting threats out like that, these like locals of certain areas, listen, if you think that people are doing something like this, get photographic evidence, ring the police. Who do you think you are taking like the law into your own hands? It's not on, and somebody needs to talk about this. Let me tell you now, if I ever seen this type of behaviour, I am telling you now, the person that, like, if they're throwing things at you, if they're threatening you, I'm telling you now, you will find yourself on the wrong side of a citizen's arrest. We've heard another story as well, like a certain, like, I'm not going to go like into all the places because apparently this is happening all over the UK. But like in certain places, people are like throwing nails like on busy roads where campervans go and stuff, you know, to pop the tyres because like they're disrupting the towns. Alright, let's think about this logically. The people that are throwing nails on the road, let's just say 10 campervans go there and they all have like the tyres like popped. You think by doing that you're causing less disruption? You're going to have 10 campervans parked up that all are waiting for recovery trucks and things, and when they turn up there's going to be another 10 recovery trucks, and you think by doing that that's like causing less disruption? What about emergency services? What if an emergency service needs to get past that area and there's nails on the floor and things? The criminals, these people that are doing things like this are criminals. It's as simple as that. Now here's the thing, we know that some people with van life, you know, they do like leave rubbish behind and things. I'm going to give you an example. We know that some people that have like hired camper vans and like, you know, they've just done it for like a one-off, they might, you know, not realise that they're doing something wrong. They might have like left rubbish by the side of the road and things like that. But does that mean that everybody that's into van life's doing the same thing? What if you hire a supercar? You hire a supercar, you get caught speeding doing 200 mile an hour. Does that mean that all supercar owners are driving around at 200 mile an hour? No, that's not the case. If you're a dentist and don't brush your teeth, does that mean that all dentists don't brush their teeth? No. If you're a doctor and you take drugs, does that mean all doctors take drugs? No. If you're a pet owner and you own a dog and you neglect your dog, does that mean all dog owners neglect the dogs? No. The narrow-mindedness of some people thinking that all van life people are like going around the country disrupting everywhere and leaving all the waste behind. It's just not true. But locals that think they can take the law into their own hands and like deal with these issues, come on, who do you think you are? What are you doing? Think about what you're doing. Because I'll tell you now, in our experience, and like I said at the beginning of the video, we know a lot of people that are into van life. And we have seen it, we've done it ourselves. We go to like certain areas, and if there is a bit of rubbish, guess what? And I know you're all going to agree with me, all the people into van life, because I know you've done it yourself. You pick them bits of rubbish up, and you take them with you, and you put them in a bin. We had a van meet recently, and we well camped overnight. Now here's the thing, some cars pulled up where I was having this van meet and they was dropping rubbish out the window, takeaway wrappers, and then like they drove off. And do you know what, there was a motorhome there and they went out and they picked all of that rubbish up and they disposed of it properly. This is what a lot of van life people are like. Guys, if you're these locals that are putting these threats out and things like that, you've got to believe me. Not everyone is doing this, you've got to believe us, it's just the minority, but you can't target everybody thinking that everybody is the same, because they're not. We had a comment recently from, it was an elderly lady, her husband had just passed away and they have a camper van. And she's building the courage up to go and do some solo travel. But again, with the stories and things that she's read, that she contacted us and she said to us, you know, like certain areas in the UK that they want to travel, like, oh, I've heard these stories and things and I'm scared that, you know, I want to go, you know. Yes, you know, she wanted to stay in some campsites, but she wanted to do some like well camping as well. And she was asking us, you know, like, you know, what am I going to do, you know, because I don't really want to go and stuff. Guys, do you understand like the fear that like some of these like locals are putting into people? It's not on, come on. Like if you're one of these locals watching this, I'll tell you now, don't be putting like keyboard warrior messages in the comments saying, oh, campervans this and campervans that. Listen, I know it happens, but not everybody's like this. Any comments that you guys are going to put in saying, oh yeah, you're not welcome, things like that. Listen, we are welcome. I've spoke to locals in different areas and they do welcome us. So don't be putting silly comments in, because you know what? We're just going to get rid of them. We're not even going to read them. We're just going to get rid of them, because this video is done to send out a positive message. So let's just talk about some facts, right? If a campervan pulled up outside your house and potentially there was camping in the van overnight, what would you do about it? You might go out, tell them to move on. You might ring the police. You know what? You can't do anything. If that van is legal and it's road legal, you can't do nothing about it. What are the police going to do? They can't tell them to move on because, and if you think that for a second that they can, what about all the people that own camper vans and the pats outside the house? Do any of the neighbours tell them that they have to move that? No. Do you hear what I'm saying? You've got no right to tell anybody to move on and things, unless it's on private ground and things, but we're just talking about generally people doing that. Now here's the thing. How many people know that camper vans have like pulled up outside someone's house and parked up? It doesn't happen a lot. Because like I said, a lot of people have got camper vans and motorhomes. They have respect. They don't do things like that. But these locals will have you believe that they're rocking up and they're having parties and they're throwing all their rubbish everywhere and stuff. Guys, it's all scaremongering, because do you know what? We've done the NC500 5 times. We're going back in winter. We're doing it again. And we have never seen anything like this. We've not even seen any rubbish in all these places that people are like saying that this has happened. Do you know what, guys? Do not let all these stories and things put you off, because van life is there for us guys to enjoy. We're all respectful, we're all doing the right thing. We even clean up after other people. And just let me like tell you something else. When's the last time like you guys watching this went to a service station? And you go to a service station and then you'll see somebody sat in a car eating something, the bin will be right there, and they just open the window and they just drop it out the window. It takes more effort to wind the window down and dump rubbish outside the window than walk to the bin. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone in a camper van do this. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. So again, before you're on the keyboards like sending comments saying, oh well, I know it happens. But you know what, guys, generally, it doesn't happen. It just doesn't. Now here's again, another fact for you. If somebody is parked and you don't let them be in there and, you know, they're doing something, ring the police. If you see them dumping rubbish or they're dumping their waste and things, if they're being disruptive, ring the police. It's not up to you to get out and tell someone to move on. It's up to the local authorities that own the roads and things. You don't have no right whatsoever to get out and threaten people and tell them to get out of here. Because I'm telling you now, people have got that mentality, one day they're going to end up in serious trouble. Guys, if you're thinking about getting into van life, or you know, you've got a camp van, motorhome, things like that, and you know, like these stories that you've been hearing have like been putting you off, don't let them put you off. Another thing that like we've had like comments on is about people are like being saying to us, we go to like a lot of van life people go to certain areas and they don't contribute to the economy and they're just coming like ruining it and things. Now, a personal message that we got once on one of the comments was that we was disgusting because in one of the videos we went to a supermarket and we bought like a load of food, and this individual turned around and was telling us that like we're not even contributing, you know, we come here, you know, and we're just taking the mick basically because we're not even contributing. Right, I won't tell you how much fuel we put in that trip. That was local because that was a company that have employees that work in there. The lady that I spoke to that served us when we went in the supermarket, really nice. She lived local and things, was having a chat and everything. And again, if people weren't contributing to going in these supermarkets, these people wouldn't have a job as well. So we do contribute. We go to local shops and things. So again, these locals that are putting these messages out here saying, oh, you know, these people come, they don't even contribute to like, you know, the place that they're in and that. No, they do, they do. These people that are putting these scary messages and things like that out there, guys, what are you doing? Come on. Guys, I've said everything that I need to say. I've wanted to do this video for a while. It's something that I'm passionate about. I don't like it when you guys are reaching out to us telling that you have fear. I mean, what? You have fear of going out, travelling and seeing these amazing places that the UK has to offer. Come on, do you know what? Get out there. Don't let these people put you off, because there is it's a small amount of people that are like causing the van life people issues, and it's a small amount of people that are like putting the hate out there. Don't let them put you off. Follow the rules of van life. Go out there, enjoy yourself. If you feel under threat by anybody at any point, even if somebody's coming over and they're being threatening towards you, ring the police. So guys, some of you are going to be angry with what I'm saying. Some of you are going to go, yeah, I get it. I do, I get it. Either way, whatever side of the fence that you're on, what I'm saying, it needs to be said. Get it in the comments below. What are your thoughts about this? But as I said before, if you're just going to jump in on the comments and you're going to start like giving abuse out and like threats and things like that, you're wasting your time. Like, understand what I'm saying. You're wasting your time, because as soon as they come through, I will be getting rid of them. And if there's any threats or anything that come through, and like, you know, with your keyboard warriors, you'll be getting reported as well. Because just quickly tell you something here, and like a lot of YouTubers know this as well, threatening messages that come through on YouTube and things like that, you know that's a crime, don't you? Putting threats out on by like messages and comments, that's a crime. You get reported and the police look into it, you can get charged and you can get arrested for this. So the world is changing. This bullying mentality that's like going on in like all social media, it's not accepted anymore. You can't get away with it. So think before you put some comments in, think what you put in, because like I said, the police do take things like this very seriously. There's so much going on in the world today, guys. Come on, let's all sort this out together. One life, live it. Get out there, travel, enjoy your life, and do not be put off by these like small amount of people that are doing things like this. Until the next one, bye for now.